I had a very dear friend who some of you may have known, and many of you will have known of at least, Christopher Hitchens, the writer, journalist, polemicist, contrarian. He was always described in terms like that. And he was dying 15 years ago, and he bequeathed me this issue. He had been given it when as a young firebrand. He had been in Cyprus, and then he'd been in Greece marching against the colonels, and he'd befriended Melina Mercouri, the film actress, who was the first person to really make a case for the reunification of the marbles, the sculptures, back in the 60s and early 70s. And he took up the case and wrote a wonderful little book about it. And as he lay dying in Washington, D.C., and he said to me, "I'm not going to leave you Palestine or the issue of Islamofascism or the corruption of the Clintons. Other people can take up that cause." He said, "I want you to pick up the tattered flag of the Parthenon marbles and wave it anew." And I promised him I would. And I read from his book at his memorial, and I've taken it in that personal way, because he was such a passionate campaigner for just causes, and someone who wouldn't put up with mealy-mouthed, temporizing and so on. And he believed in a Gordian knot where it worked. It doesn't mean you trample down law and you don't believe in law, but that you understand that the law is the people, and that the people can change the law and make the law better. And I believe in this for Britain's sake. I just think we are continuing to look at the way that Britain used to look, as sort of grey and muddled and pedantic and casuistic about these things in ways which are totally irrelevant to what is the real cause of seeing those. Because when the king, which I hope he will, travels, I don't want to say what he believes, but I don't think he would be unhappy at the idea of travelling to his father's country land of Greece and seeing these things installed with the president of the Hellenic Republic. It will be a great moment in our joint history. And if it happened to wait till next year, this is when what's the right word, annexatisia, the independence of Greece, really became a glory for Britain. It was Admiral Codrington who won the Battle of Navarino. He was a veteran of Trafalgar, and it was the last naval battle fought under sail. It was a romantic British triumph, and it was a British triumph for Greece, and it allowed Greece to stand as an independent nation. And our relationship is so important to Greece and to British people who understand diplomacy and understand how our reputation in the world depends on forging honest links, because there are two Britons in diplomatic history. There's the honourable Britain that does the right thing, that intervenes and helps countries, and there's perfidious Albion that lies and cheats and prevaricates. And I believe in that honourable Britain, and I think we can bring this home, and we will all be so proud.